and welcome to the second episode of Talking Builders. I'm your host Faz, and today we are here with Claire.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. Could you introduce yourself?
So I am Claire1593, or just Claire. I'm a Minecraft builder and I post on Instagram. I sometimes post on YouTube and I stream on Twitch.
Before we start, what do you want to build today?
So I've picked out this house and we're going to change the color scheme a bit as well as some of the elements of it. Make it more like a cabin vibe, but it should be good. I'm excited.
Is there a reason you chose for this build?
I chose a house because that's usually what I like to build. I build a lot of houses, mostly exterior wise. I don't think we'll do any interior today. But yeah.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward. Let's go to this magical door then and start building.
Nice.
When did you first start playing Minecraft? And what makes Minecraft so fun for you?
I first started playing Minecraft in 2012 on Pocket Edition, which is the mobile version or the mobile version of Bedrock Edition. So, and then what makes Minecraft fun for me? I really like meeting people and playing either survival or building with people. That's what makes it fun.
A lot of people struggle with building. Do you have any tips to help them improve?
Practice, practice, honestly. And practice like all of the all of the styles. And because at the start you really don't know what style, and like you might find a style that you like to do the most. And so figuring out what your style that you like to build is a great way to start.
When you start a project, do you freestyle it or plan things out?
Um, well, when I start a project, I always use reference because something that or what I really love to build is is find pictures on the internet and then I build um, like I build I try to build what I see in the picture in Minecraft at the same scale as it is. Well, it's not the same scale, but like if you look at it from a faraway distance, then it looks like the picture. And so it may not be player scale to everyone else, but um, I mean, at the end of this build, we'll probably see how it looks very similar to the picture. Um, so I don't use wool. A lot of builders that I know use wool when they build, but I use as close as I can to the block that I'm probably going to end up with. Um, and then and then texture it later. Like if it's a busy texture or like the stone wall, like how you're using moss right now, that's probably how I would go about it at the start. And then I'll just texture it later.
Every builder has a favorite block. What's yours?
That's a great question. I'm gonna choose two because it is a mixture of those two blocks. Well, I guess if you were to like make a wall of it, and that's raw iron and exposed copper block. And let me double check to make sure that's the right combination because there's like so many. Yeah, it's exposed copper, and so you do a mixture of these two, and I think it's mostly it's the exposed cut copper actually. So it's that combination. I use it for limestone blocks in a way, because I've done various builds where stone brick is too gray and I need a lighter stone brick texture. And so I just combine it, these two blocks together to make they are slightly different colors, but from a far distance, they mash pretty well. So I think those two are my favorite. And people, whenever I post builds about it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's the bean block! You're back with the bean block," and I'm like, "Yeah, beans." So it's really funny too.
What made you want to start content creation?
So okay, so in I guess in 2019 ish, I started building an aquarium because I had just gotten back into Minecraft and I was like, oh my gosh, they added they added fish. Oh my gosh, this is a thing now. Yeah. It was update aquatic had just come out, I guess. And I was like, ooh, perfect. I wanna make aquariums. And so I started making this aquarium and so like while I was building it, I was like, it's so pretty. I want to share it with other people. And so I had also at the time just figured out that um there was a Minecraft community on Instagram, which I didn't know was a thing on Instagram. Um and so I then was like, great, I'll share it on Instagram. And so pretty much my whole page was made up of just pictures of my aquarium build and pretty pictures of the water. And then it also turned into like gameplay and uh, various pictures that I thought were funny. So that was kind of the start. Yes. But more so just pictures. So like they were like, I don't know, when they first added ravines to Minecraft, then I found there if I were flying above the world, um, a ravine kind of looks like a mouth, and then I would find places where there would potentially be an eye. Or eyes. And so I'd take a screenshot and I'd be like, it's a smiley face. And I'd post it. And people would be like, oh my gosh, no way. What's the seed? And so, yeah. Minecraft Instagram in the early in the late 2010s were goofy. Yeah, something else. It's not like what it is now. Definitely not.
Was there anyone who inspired you to begin posting?
So, this one kind of ties in with, and I was about to go into it in the first question, but I was like, no, I've got to wait. But so at the time, I was also a tutorial follower. So I followed all the tutorials on YouTube. And so one that I really liked the most was someone called Almost Addicted, but it's it's spelled with a 1 after the A in almost. And he did a lot of like I don't know, big, and so I enjoyed watching them and building off of them.
Was there a moment where you thought, I made it?
When I thought I made it. Um no, not really. Which is kind of crazy. This was actually one of my favorite questions because I was like, huh, was there a moment that I thought I made it? Most people would say either yes or no, but for me, I guess I'm saying no. Yeah, so not really. um, and I mean, most people would find that crazy because I've had a lot of. Um, I'm friends with a lot of people that are big creators now, and Mog Swamp or Shovel, um, 241, um, or Snarple. I don't know. Um, and so, but like I know those people um, before they became famous, I guess, which is for I guess some people they're like, what? That's crazy. You knew this person before they became famous? Oh my god, I love you. Or I don't know. I don't know. But but I don't know. Like like everyone who like creates uh Minecraft content is like they're like a normal regular person. Which sounds crazy. Um but everyone's just I don't know. People that you think lead these crazy lives and things. Oops, placed the wrong block and I broke another one. Um are just normal people. I have friends that are like I can't believe I'm like, or I have friends that I talk to every day on Discord, and at the start, maybe they were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm Claire, she's talking to me," and now it's just I don't know, normal. But yeah, I guess in terms of, um, uh, was there ever a time where you thought I made it? I don't know. Content creation is like a never-ending learning experience. Um, and so like uh even as you like start growing, I guess faster and faster, really, there's still plenty of things to learn, and you never stop learning. And so I think even if as I may or may not get more opportunities in the future that are really, really cool, I don't think there's ever, um, I mean, there's like people in the community that are always better, and to strive to be better is a good thing. So, yeah.
On the other side, have you ever felt like quitting content creation?
Have I ever thought about quitting content? Um, I mean, there were some moments that I was like, I need a break. Um, but it wasn't really quitting it altogether. It was more so I'll come back to it. Um, but I haven't actually ever really stopped making content because I mean I'll stop posting on Instagram for like a period of time, but I'm still making content in other places. Um, and so I guess no. But yeah, burnout is always going to be something that happens when like making content or really any art form for that matter or music form, just anything creative. Burnout is bound to happen at some point. Um, but if I ever get like burnt out from building, then I'll still hang out like in Discord, I guess. I have a lot of friends who are builders, and so we hang out in calls almost every evening. And so even just hanging out with them in a call, if I say I want to build something today, but I don't feel like it, then um, I can usually count on one or two of them to be like, "Do you want to collab?" And I'm like, sure. I want to do something, I don't know, something I don't normally build. Um, like I recently posted or not recently, but it was, I don't know, sometime last month. I posted like a set of like 4 builds like as festive decor. And one of those builds I said was a secret collab build, and it was something I would never post on my own. It was like a really deranged gingerbread man. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna add it to it. I would never do this on my own, but I'm gonna do it in this case. So it's fun having like friends that are willing to build with you just for fun. And so, yeah.
What keeps you motivated to continue?
Definitely my friends. Um, um, like since we're all like not all of us are in the same time zone, but that makes it so that whenever my off days happen, I could just join the call if I'm bored, and there'll be people in there, because it's evening for them. But yeah, my friends definitely keep me motivated. They're all kind of um, on their own building journeys, and so uh, they may not be experiencing burnout like I am, but they're always willing to um, incorporate you into their build if I wanted to, or if they wanted me to. I don't know.
What do you like the most and the least about posting building content?
Okay. So what I like the most about posting building content is the comments. Um, yeah, I really like um well, and it's not like, I don't know. It's not just the good comments, because I love the good comments. But it's also the bad comments that I like. Which sounds really crazy. Um, but they're so funny. The ones that are like, "Oh, this is shit," and then I can say, "Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoy." Completely sarcastic, completely. But it's so funny to see whether, like, I don't know, whether they actually comment back and you could see their reaction, or just thinking of them being at home on their phone reading what I told them. This is so funny. Um, and so, yeah, the comments are definitely one thing that, like, that I enjoy about posting build content. Um, and then I guess the least about posting build comment content is uh, it's something that like all creators kind of go through when they first start posting content, as well as kind of later down the road. So most social platforms have like an algorithm, and so the best way to keep yourself motivated is to avoid thinking about the numbers. I know it's so hard. I know it's so hard to not lose hope over that. Um, but like, uh, and I've lost motivation thinking too much about the numbers. Um, but don't try not to. Um, and so um, I think that's my least favorite part is just the numbers being there. And if I don't know, sometimes it'll push your content, sometimes it won't. And for sometimes you'll have builds that do really, or that you think are like the best you can do ever, or you've ever done, but but then it doesn't perform well, and you lose uh, motivation. That's my least favorite part about posting content, is just seeing something that you work so hard on do crappy on the internet. So
Do you have any tips for new creators?
I guess what I guess my answer to the last question was a pretty good tip to not get caught up in the numbers. But find your community. Um, that's kind of like early on kind of tips, because like once you kind of find people who like your what you post in your builds, and you then they're more likely to be more loyal, I guess. They'll follow you everywhere in a way, and then you might even find your like closest friends through that. um, that's something that I feel like definitely happened in regards to the bakery, which we'll get to in a minute. um, some of my followers became some of my good friends, or are now my good friends. Um, and so I think that's the one of the things to, I guess, um, look forward to and focus on.
You're, of course, known for the Bakery server, a server full of talented builders. How did you become part of it?
So I am actually a founder of the bakery, or one of, I don't know how many admins we started with, but yeah, I'm one of the founders of the bakery, and of our friend group. So what the bakery was originally meant as was, it was a kind of a collaboration. Um, a collaboration of communities, like a combination of communities from the bakery creators, um, and pretty much even before that, we were all like a just a group of friends who joined voice calls on Discord almost every evening, and we hung out. And then uh, this is back when Mog Swamp was small, and Mog Swamp was like, "You guys should make this group go public, because there's there's tons of people out there that follow you guys individually, but wait till they hear that you guys that you guys all know each other." So Mog Swamp told us to make the group go public, um, and because um, we were all posting on Instagram, but he said that, see, these people, the community or your communities know you as just content creators and things, but wait till they hear that all of you guys know each other. um and so we were like, oh, that is a cool idea. And so we made the group public, as well as the Minecraft server, because originally the Discord was private, the server was private, just for our group of friends, um, and content creators. Um, and then kind of from there, we grew from more of a combination of communities all together to like having build competitions, having more builders join the server, welcoming builders of all skill levels really to the server. We opened the plot server in 2023, I think. Um, and it's just continued to grow out of control from there, really. And so it's crazy to have been a part of the bakery since the beginning and been able to be there and watch it grow, and to help, like, I don't know, I've met my like best friends, either before the bakery was even, well, in our creator group, um, to even people who have joined the server later on. Um, it's it's a pretty cool community, I'd say.
Do you have any advice for people trying to build a community like the bakery?
cherish your community, because they're going to be like the make or break for your, I guess, group. I just realized that's the wrong block. Uh, what block am I using? There we go. Yeah, cherish your community. Get them involved, keep them in the loop. That's how you retain your audience, or the people in the community. Appreciate them. Make their time there worth it, I guess. Because they could always just leave it. Leave. Make them want to continue to stick around.
Do you have a dream project you still want to complete?
I don't have anything that I haven't started yet. Although I'm sure that there's plenty of projects out there that I would just love to. Well, there is a project that I'd love to start with a friend of mine, but I'm still waiting for him to say okay. But the two that I've gotten written down is two projects that I have started already, but I need to like get back in the flow to actually finish them, and I just haven't yet. And it's been years since I started it. Yeah. So the first one being that aquarium that I talked about earlier. It was the one that I started my account with, and I still need to continue building and finish it because there's a lot of sections that I hadn't released to the public, I guess, that I had like shared sneak peeks and things, and I'm like, I just need to share this, but it's not done yet. But yeah, I need to finish the aquarium project that I started my account with. And then I also need to finish this one project that I started during COVID, like during COVID, the initial COVID. And yeah, the one. Yeah. And so it lodge, and it was built off a actual like a real life ski lodge that I had actually visited in person with my family a long time ago, and it's called Lake Louise Ski Resort, I believe. I think that's all the words in it, but it's Lake Louise, and it's a really cool like cabin-esque build. It's also crazy to look back at that build because the ski lodge is done, but and it's been through many renovations over the years since I've gotten access to more blocks because it was made in 2020, and so it's definitely made improvements over the years, and I've perfected my cabin building since then. But I need to build mountains, and before we started this interview, I had messaged you and I said, I don't build terrain. I still don't build terrain or trees. But I still need to get terrain for that ski lodge build. And that's what will finish it. Because like all the interior is done and it's like matches with the whenever I started building it, I had like I don't know, over hundreds of pictures of that build, inside and outside of the actual build while building it. And so I know that I know that build really well. But I just need to get around to making terrain for it. Also, whenever I was building it on Bedrock Edition or Pocket Edition. And so I had limited tools then. So my reasoning for not making terrain was valid. But now that I have Axia, for example.
When you collaborate with other creators, what do you look for?
Does their time zone work with mine? Yeah. And then are they good at communicating? because I've fallen for many a times whenever I'm like, sure, I can do a collab, and the time zone works great. Um, and then we start working on the build, and then like, and things happen, and they're like, oh, I have to go for a bit. I'll be back later, or something like that. Or maybe we'll finish the build, and I'll be like, so when do you want to post it? And I hear nothing for like a couple days to even a week. Um, or like even times whenever we're still working on the build, but they won't get back to me about like, so when are you free next time to continue working on this build? And they're like, I don't hear anything for them for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, hello, hello. And so yeah, time zone and communicating are my two main things that I look for. Um, Now, with people that others haven't collaborated with before, because I'll also ask my friends, like, have you built with this person before? Does anyone know of them? Has anyone seen them around type thing? Then, then I'll be uh, like, I'll lean on what they say, as far as whether or not they're good collaborator or not. And then if they haven't, then I'll be like, then it's just a matter of like, does their time zone work? Or like, are they good at communicating? But yeah, those two.
Who do you recommend I interview next?
So I recommend interviewing a baker. He's called the Loosest of Gooses on YouTube, and he does a lot of like color theory, um, uh, color theory, asking other creators, like kind of what you're doing a little bit, like showcasing other creators, um, and then like yeah, color theory and like um, how to go about building certain things, just different like tips and tricks type videos, and I think it'd be cool to hear from his side of things because he's usually the one that's behind the camera versus the one that's uh, being interviewed. So I think it'd be cool to see that.
And the most important question, of course, where can people find you?
People can find me on Instagram at Claire L593, simply because it's an L simply because the username was taken. Or I know, unfortunately. Or you can find me on Twitch, Claire1593 underscore, or on YouTube, Claire1593.
Thank you for watching the video. If you're still here, please hit the like, subscribe button, the bell, and comment down below. It helps. Share it to all your friends. And then I'll see you in the next episode of Talking Builders.